This is the Ultra Marathon, a 150-mile long race through the Namibian desert in some of the most difficult conditions on the planet. And if you can't see, you need a guide. And in this case, the guide was a smartphone.
You're experiencing sensory deprivation because you can't see the terrain. I had headphones in with the app, so I couldn't really hear anything. And then all you've got is the feeling underfoot, and you're never too sure what the next step is going to be.
Running through uncertain desert terrain is what Simon Wheatcroft has spent much of the past week doing. Simon has a degenerative eye disease that's left him blind since he was 17 years old, but he's never let himself be defined by his lack of sight. After proposing to his girlfriend halfway up a cliff face, Simon took up running in the field behind his house. He then moved on to the path and then the road, memorising objects, distances and undulations to guide him.
The only problem is people. You know, people are
I was going to say, the things you can't memorise are the things that are moving. You probably don't realise that you're blind, because you just wouldn't imagine that if you're running towards me, you're blind.
What I try and do to sort of deal with that is a lot of people are not willing to run as close to the road as I am. So I'm literally running the curbs down. So there's no mistakes. If you make a mistake, you're into the cars. Whereas a lot of people are not willing to cut it that fine. They'll run close to the grass, where it's perhaps a little bit safer. So to avoid people, I'll run the line that people aren't willing to run. Mistakes do happen, though. I've been hit by a van and stuff down there, but,
stuff happens. Get up, carry on running.
I did.
His amazing feat has been made possible by technology that helps him to keep his amazing feet exactly where they should be running. Originally using a run tracking app called Runkeeper, the team here at the IBM Blumix Garage have helped to develop and adapt it specifically for Simon's desert needs.
So the difficulty with the desert is there is not a normal path like here. You cannot just go along the street with Google Maps because you are running in the sand basically, so it's not a defined route. And also there is no mobile network in the desert, so it was very important to make it work without mobile network, just running with GPS basically, and help him to not get off track and to guide him in the right direction. So there are beeps. So there, if you go too far to the right, it's a high-pitched beep, and if you go too far to the left, it's a lower-pitched beep. And it increases in frequency the further left or right you get off track.
And what happens if we hit start?
Then it beeps like crazy because you're far away from the desert.
Right, here we go.
Detecting track.
We're too far from the desert. And it's saying left. It's saying we're too far to the left of the desert now. Not right, because that would be a high pitch beep. We're too far to the left of the desert.
Yeah.
Simon actually trialled the app earlier this year in the New York Marathon. Except, Simon being Simon, he went to Boston, ran from there to New York, and then ran the New York Marathon. Because, well, yeah, no idea.